When it comes to this manifestation topic, people don't seem to want to accept how simple this really is. It's just about belief and action. That is it. You believe and you take action. If you're sitting there after taking action and you're wondering why it's not happening, that is not believing in it. But if you really want to build your dream life and live this life of ecstasy and whatever else, all the things, right? You have to support yourself. You have to be like a supportive parent to yourself. And if you can see these examples in so many places where someone who has a mentor or a partner or a parent who guides them and brings out the best in them and all that jazz, they succeed in such extraordinary ways that they seemingly wouldn't have otherwise. But that's why I said seemingly, because you can do that on your own. And if anything, you should do that on your own, because if there's anything I talk about, it's not being dependent. It's being self-sufficient, not in a way that excludes others, because, you know, having people help you and dynamics with others is still necessary. It's still beneficial. So don't completely isolate yourself, but be self-sufficient. And really what we're going to get into is really just talking about these, you know, being that supportive parent to yourself. That's how you're going to get to where you want to go, is by supporting yourself, believing in yourself. And I don't mean belief in the sense of like, you know, the difference between belief and knowing. I mean belief as in synonymous with knowing. As in, I believe I can do this, so I do it. I don't think about, oh, can I jump, and when are my muscles, are they gonna work? How do I activate the muscles in my legs? No, I just jump because I just know how to. I believe that I can without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. I know that I can jump with my legs. So that's where you wanna get when it comes to your dream. And this is another key point here. This is important. Let go of the picture. You have this picture, right? And it's great to have the picture of this dream life, this mental image of all the things. The reason for it is to get you in the energetic state, the exciting state of, you know, oh, this is all going and it's so exciting and I'm so happy. And then you let go of the picture, because for all you know, the picture, that could be a lesser picture. This picture that you've defined as your best version of yourself, for all you know, that could be step one, and you could be, I don't know, somewhere even better. You have no idea. So you holding on to an image, holding on to a dream, holding on to an expectation is another thing that will prevent it from happening. Because, I mean, if you ever seen the movie Soul, it's like, you know, that guy, Joe Gardner, he's like, oh, I always wanted to play great jazz with big people on big stages. And then he gets what he wants, and he finds out, you know, I don't feel different. I thought I'd feel different. And it's like, well, because you didn't cultivate happiness first. So the thing isn't gonna give you happiness. So it's like, you know, we put our dream, this dream reality on a pedestal. And it's like, oh, once everything's in its place, then I'll be good. Everything will be great. I can finally let myself just and be happy with life. You know, I can finally let myself do that. But it's just, it's never gonna happen. That is never gonna happen, because how do you expect to get to a happy ending if you're not happy now? But what's so detrimental to your dream is you trying to be real. You're like, oh, I'd love to do this, but this, but that, but I couldn't, but this might happen. You just immediately kill the excitement with, oh, but we might not. Nah, that's not gonna get you anywhere. So these voices in your head that are much more detrimental to your dream can manifest in, you know, it can be divided into masculine and feminine aspects. The masculine aspect being more like the critic, the judgmental, you know, the you're not good enough, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this inefficiently, you're missing out on your potential. And then there's the feminine aspect of the deceiver who deceives you. Oh, you can do this, you can cheat here, you can do this thing that's out of integrity so that you can finally get your end result, because the ends justify the means, right? So these voices in your head, if you listen to them, that's what kills your dream. That's what gets you to live a life of mediocrity, of accepting failure, of accepting just I don't even know how to say it, just a boring crap life. You just sit there and you accept it. You're like, yes, please. You don't gotta. You do not have to. So I would advocate, listen to the positive aspects, not the negative aspects of those voices in your head. And the positive masculine is the supportive father. The positive feminine is the nurturing mother. So listen to those voices, the loving, supportive parents, not the critic, not the deceiver. It's very important that you conceptualize yourself and your life in a positive way. You have to believe in yourself. You have to. And it's just like in that movie, Treasure Planet, when Silver believes in the main character. Kind of forget his name right now. But you know who I'm talking about, the kid. And he's like, you've got the makings of greatness in you. And when you're finally, you just got to chart your course, stick to the helm. And when you're finally, just radiating this powerful light, I just hope that I'm there ready to bask in just a fraction of the amazingness that will exude from you when you finally step into the trueness of who you are. And so that's why Jim, that's his name, Jim, that's why he starts crying. I cry at that movie. Most of us cry. That's why you cry, because it's like you're going from this point of where Jim was, where he's like, I'm not good enough, it's not gonna be for me, I have no future, what future, blah, blah, blah. You go from there, which is all a falsity, it's a non-reality, it's fake, and it's not real, which is why it feels bad. And you go from that to, I am good enough, I do have a future, I do have extreme potential, I do. And so the reason why that feels good is because it's true, it's real, and it's correct. So when you crap on yourself for not being good enough, the pain of that is telling you that it's false and you're lying to yourself. That's why it feels depressing when you accept a reality where you're not good enough and you have no potential. The emotions are telling you that it's wrong, that it's a lie, because you are loved fully and completely. So when you decide to go against the grain of the universe, it's like a law of reality that you're loved. It's just like gravity, it's always there, so you're always loved. So when you go against gravity, you hit the ground, it's painful. When you go against the law of how you're consistently and always and endlessly loved, you feel pain because you're going against the grain. Emotional guidance system. Your emotions are there to alert you of what belief systems are running in your psyche. And that's how you get to your dream life. You just take action, but before you take action, you get your energy right and you let go of those negative beliefs and you be the supportive parents. You believe in yourself. Manifestation only works when you commit fully in belief. Because, if you're not going to believe in yourself, you're not going to take action. And if you're not going to take action, you're never, ever going to see success. And nothing's ever going to happen. Just think about where you are in your life right now. Do you want to keep doing that? Do you? So, and don't use that as an excuse to be like, oh, I'm a loser, I've been here for so long, and then I finally get my act together, and I finally do this, and it'll finally happen for me, and then I'll finally be caught up with everyone else who's already living their successful. No. That's nonsense. All this hierarchy of I'm better than this, or people are lesser than me, or because of these accomplishments, because of these material pursuits, and because of relationships, and because I have the ability to do this, means that no. There is no hierarchy whatsoever of value. Especially if you remember back to what I said about how there's nothing but you here. All of this is an illusion, and all of this is a reflection. So when you look at these things outside of yourself and you feel bad, you place yourself as lesser, you're just engaging with a reflection. So it's like, why would you place yourself as lesser than a reflection? The reflection is just there so you can fix what's going on here. You know, adjust your tie, clean up this a little bit. That's why the reflection is there, so it can reflect back to you how you want to be. And that's pretty much all I got going for you. So as always, thank you so much for watching.